What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Reacts. I'm your host, Silos, and again, we are back with another joyride, just getting off of work. So much information today has dropped for DC, for Warner Brothers in general, you know, the new WD. Before we get into all that, and before we get into this whole HBO Max craziness that everybody's hearing and just losing their freaking minds about, you know, first things first, let's give the roses to where the roses is due. Sil Abdul Inc., Sil and Mikey, you guys are knocking them out of the park. It's honestly getting ridiculous right now. Like it's amazing. You guys are literally calling stuff days before, and it's like the next day, boom. It's like seeing the transition of you know, the world from my standpoint is like, you know, we're in this bubble and when we're hearing these things and you're calling these things, right? And then we come in the next day and it's like the world is playing catch up and trying to sit at the table that we're already at. So it's like, hey, you know, another W for Sul, you know, Abdul Inc. Let's go, man. I'm gonna leave his description, his information down in the description down low. His link to his channel, to their channel, and you guys can go. That's where I get my information. They are my sources. This is where I'm getting it, and so far, 3 for 3. You know, we're heading on to 4 for 4. It's like they don't miss. So with all that put aside, let's get into this. Zaslav, you know, David Zaslav, you know, the one who's running stuff right now at WBD, is literally sitting in his office room right now, coming into Warner Brothers Studios, and he's in there with a Gatling gun, just straight going crazy, you know, riding the ship on I'm gonna use anime reference right now, all right? WB right now, Warner Brothers, they were in Impel Down. For those of you who watch One Piece, they were in Impel Down. They were lost, hitting themselves on the wall. Zaslav came in, and he broke down all the walls, and he's riding the ship, the Sunny. He's the Sunny, which is Warner Brothers. He is turning that ship slowly but surely by eliminating and adding the right pieces. And once he gets right here, boom, right here to the middle, he's riding the ship towards the One Piece to get that treasure, and that's what he's doing. And that's my anime references for the day. So as confirmed today, you know, yesterday we had the Batgirl you know, cancellation, which was called by Mr. Soul Inc. and Mikey. You know, Mikey said that movie was hot garbage. You know, that's what was reported on screenings and stuff like that, but we got into that yesterday. The next thing that's canceled is Supergirl, and so we had talked about that, and as you know, we said that in the last video. Supergirl was gonna get canceled, the movie, because of the whole. So what they're doing right now, and sorry, I know my hand's in the way and stuff. I took some notes here also. You know, what's crazy is everyone's freaking out because of the cancellation of Batgirl and the cancellation of Supergirl and all, you know, Supergirl the movie and stuff like that. And the thing is, and this is what I'm saying, everyone needs to take a breath. Everybody needs to take a breath. The reason why I say this is because in order for us to move in the right direction, and us, I mean Warner Brothers, I mean DC, in order for DC to get at least in the right direction, you need to weed off the bad stuff. And right now, you know, Zaslav he's in a state of, if you are not going to produce for Warner Brothers or DC, you are out. He is the guy who's like, we are taking over and we are shutting things down and we are greenlighting the things that need to be greenlit. So with that, Mikey today, I was on the stream. the coffee talk on Sil Abdul Inc.'s channel, and Mikey always coming in with a crazy drop. And for those of you who don't know and are upset about the Supergirl stuff, Supergirl, the character, Sasha, let me get her name right. I wrote it this time. Sasha Kali, I believe is her last name. From what we are hearing, from what has been heard, her parts in the Flash movie is amazing. It's one of the stuff where they just don't want to let it go, you know. And just to put it aside, put it in your mind, take it as you want. You know, I'm going off of my sources. She will be back, and she will be back in a Man of Steel 2 movie. Cavill won't be confirmed yet, but he's confirmed. Cavill's coming, and we'll talk more about it in October. You know, my sources have come to me with it. I believe them. They have not steered me in the wrong direction. Cavill is coming in October. And that's where it's at. Now, my theory, remember in the last video we talked about how Ben Affleck is coming back in Aquaman, and he's setting up a very big event. I talked about this. Sil has his own theory. Same thing with Mikey. I believe Ben Affleck's Batman is setting up a Batfleck solo film. It's going to be the solo film that we have been craving, him versus Deathstroke. I believe that is what's going to be set up, and that's what's going to happen after that Aquaman movie. Now, with that being said, we talked about it earlier, or I had kind of hinted at it. Sasha will be in Man of Steel 2. I'm saying Leslie Grace, which was Batgirl, will be back. Because from what I know, Warner Brothers loves Leslie. She's been in a lot of their latest projects. You know, DC, not DC involved. You know, if it's The Heights, and I believe she did a couple other movies. I think there was one that was a scary movie. Name escapes me right now. But these are great actresses, and you know, it's like I'm saying, they have great charisma in the character, and in the screenings they have been stated that they bring a lot of joy to the character. So again, everybody's freaking out. Yes, their projects are shelved. Batgirl is shelved indefinitely. We're not going to see that movie. You know, maybe down the line in a 49-cent, you know, box somewhere in Walmart. But the cast itself, they're so good that you just cannot use them. Cannot not use them, you know? We're going to see them just later down the line. They're going to come back and they're going to do, you know, a better version. And so that's with that. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm thinking. Obviously, take what you want at it. Again, I'm going off of what has been told to me from my sources and what I believe from what has been told to me. I'm trying to put the lines together, and this is where I'm thinking. Another big thing. So let's just jump into this whole HBO Max thing. So the HBO Max thing, you know, so he went on, he jumped in on it a little bit and talked about it. Everyone's freaking out for no reason. Let's slow our roll there, okay? I understand, you know, shows are getting canceled left and right, but notice it's all a trend. It's literally a writing on the wall. What's being deleted is literally the old regime stuff, and the new regime, there's a lot. Like, for instance, like one thing that I feel like it's going to be good, and it's going to, I just lost my light. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So what I was talking about, old regime, a lot of the stuff that's been canceled has been slated from the old regime. We are going away from that. And I said it in the last video. Right now, WBD is really DC. They're trying to get away from the replacement of Affleck. You know, like this whole Michael Keaton taking over and being the Nick Fury of you know, the DC universe. No. All right, like that was not gonna work. It wasn't gonna work. And you know, it would have been something cool to see, but I feel like, and I think Sil he touched on this 2 nights ago, where I just feel like, same thing with Patterson. You know, we casted these castings, talked about in the last video, just as the wrong Batman. You know, like Keaton should have been old man Batman, you know, old man Bruce Wayne, and you know, Pattinson could have been easily Terry McGinnis. But that's neither here or there. That's not happening. You know, back to the matter at hand, everything that's being cut is part of this old regime. Now, what I was gonna say was, with one of the projects that I feel like is going to be okay, it's easy to make that. I don't think it's really a part of like showing any parts of being attached to the universe of DCEU. You know, maybe it'll just be sprinkled in later in, you know, a post credit scene or something like that, which is Blue Beetle. I really think Blue Beetle is at a point where, just looking at the suit alone, I believe that movie actually is going to be a great DC film. And you know, yeah, people say, oh, you know, they showed the suit of Supergirl, they showed the suit of Batgirl, and you know, it looked good, and look, they canceled it. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is, for one, writers who are on Blue Beetle are different from writers who are on Batgirl. And so different that, like I'm saying, they're not tied in. It's not going to be tied in. So I'm predicting, and this is purely on me, I'm predicting Blue Beetle will be okay. I don't think they're going to touch Blue Beetle. But yeah, so for those of you who are freaking out about this whole HBO Max and think, oh, they're going to cancel it, they're not going to. They're not going to cancel it. They may change the name, because what they want to do, you know, Discovery, since Discovery bought Warner Brothers, it's not the other way around. Warner Brothers did not invest into Discovery. Discovery bought them. So the whole Discovery Plus and the HBO Max, they're trying to put them together. And, you know, with that being said, that doesn't mean that all the HBO Max shows are going to be, you know, dead and all this. No, it literally just means that they're going to try to put them together and put them under one blanket. And I don't know about you, but saying HBO Max Discovery Plus, it's a long, really long freaking name, you know. So they're going to change it. They're going to change the name. They're going to it's probably going to be different. It's probably going to be, so right now, a good example, and I'm actually glad I used the anime reference earlier in this video, because what's crazy about it is that Funimation and Crunchyroll are essentially doing that right now. They are essentially merging together, and eventually one is going to go into the other. Yes, there's still 2 different platforms, but I see we're going to see a soft merger between the two. But I feel like WBD is taking the step of, instead of slowly merging them, they're just going to take it and go together. Which, to me, I feel like, hey, like, you guys are invested into one big company. Why not just link it all up? I mean, for God's sakes, Disney Plus, you have Marvel, you know, Star Wars, Pixel, and you have Hulu Sports. You have all this other stuff all looped into one. Why can't you do that with Disney, with HBO Max and Discovery Plus? I feel like, personally, I believe it's a smart move for them, business-wise. You know, at the end of the day, you're running a business. Now, for those who are scared about their show being canceled, well, this is where I say, personally, I say, Zaslav is like I'm saying, he's in that office with a Gatling gun ready to knock down things that aren't producing. If you really love your show, start talking about it. Do one of these videos. Get out there and talk about your show and make sure your show is being viewed by many people, and you'll be okay. And if your show is good enough, like, for instance, I've been hearing a lot of, oh, Superman and Lois, oh, you know, Stargirl, Titans. I love Titans. I loved it. Last season was a very hard watch for me. One, because it was hard to know those characters so much, and the storyline that they used, you know, it was something different. I had to watch it a couple times to go back and be like, okay, you know, I understand they went this route with the, you know, Red Hood arc, but at that same time, like, Scarecrow was such a bad villain. It was so bad. This season, season 4 that's coming out, I believe it comes out later this year, or in a couple months, if I'm not mistaken. That season needs to blow it out of the freaking park. You know, if they come back with another villain like Scarecrow, which I don't think they will. I think they have something set up. I think we're going to see a Lex Luthor next season. We're going to see a couple different... I believe Titans this season is going to be a very strong season for it. Rightfully so, it needs to be. That's why I'm saying it. You know, I believe it's going to be strong. Superman and Lois, the reason why a lot of these people are acting like they're so scared of Superman and Lois is because you're not watching Superman and Lois. And if you're not watching Superman and Lois, go look at my old channel, like my old videos on Superman and Lois. It is one of the, if not the best Superman content right now since Man of Steel. And you guys know how much I love Man of Steel and how much I love Henry Cavill. I mean, mind you, every video that I've done so far, we've talked about Henry Cavill. You know, so with that being said, like, Superman and Lois, just the way that they're doing, it's such a great Superman show without it having to be about Superman 24/7. Because you have the great story with Jordan, with Jonathan, with even Lana and her daughter Sarah, you know, with Steel, John Henry Irons, you know, like, all these sprinkle in, you know, I believe his name is Val. I don't remember his name. Why is it blanking on me? Superman's brother on the show. Wow, I love this show and I don't remember him. That's crazy. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, just the character buildup, everything else. Last season, personally, I liked it. I felt like last season it got rough at times because of the amount of, we took about 3 breaks last season, and a lot of people didn't realize it when it was on, but it was hard to watch, you know, in that sense only. Now, you go on HBO Max and you binge the whole thing, go back to back. The Bizarro effect, it was amazing. I loved it. I loved it all on Superman and Lois. And, you know, even Sil said it in his stream today. He sees Superman and Lois going 5 seasons. Personally, I see Superman and Lois being what Arrow was. And I know I'm going to get the hate, you know, from the Arrowverse people, but Superman and Lois has that potential right now. Well, that's where it is. It's the first part of the new regime in the CW verse, you know, whether it be that and, you know, the Stargirl of it all right now, which I'll get into Stargirl next, but like, I see Superman and Lois going 10 seasons, you know, I really do. And if it goes 6 seasons, that's good too, you know, but it's just so good because in that show, the way they build up all those characters, it's literally like build up where you can kind of spin off into its own little thing on all those you know, characters. And so I'll get into Stargirl. Stargirl, same thing. Stargirl, for me, I feel like Stargirl is one of the most underrated shows. And the only thing that has me a little about Stargirl, and not the show itself, I love Stargirl. I love Breck Bassinger, if I'm saying her name wrong, I apologize, but she's brilliant as Stargirl. That whole cast in Stargirl, I love them. I love them all. The way they introduced the Justice Society, and they introduced Jay Garrick, you know, from The Flash, John Wesley Shipp. I love it. I love it. You know, but now with it being so tied into Jeff Johns, that's the only issue I see. But I feel like if they just let this one ride, I can see an easy 5 seasons for Stargirl. Because honestly, I honestly don't know how far they could go into that story. anymore. I think this season coming up now, season 3, is going to really solidify what's going to happen with Stargirl. I wouldn't be surprised if season 4 may be the final season with that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Stargirl. But yeah, to go back to the whole HBO Max and what's gonna happen and everything, I think everybody literally just needs to take a breath. Everybody needs to take a breath. Everything has been one after another this week. I know it's been crazy because I've been feeling that same way, but at the same time, I'm okay with everything that's happening because we're finally going somewhere. We're not literally just running around in circles, stopping, hitting ourselves at the wall, and going back running around in circles. We're actually moving forward. We're doing something. And man, Zaslav, the Snyder guy himself, he loves the Snyderverse. And everyone he has that he's been hiring so far are pro Snyder. And I know I keep saying that, but we're here. It's coming. Get ready. His main thing right now is he wants to see his Trinity. I talked about it in the last video. He wants to see the Trinity: Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And we're going to. Black Adam. We get ready. You can come back here and you can go to Sill's channel and go thank them, go thank him and Mikey for announcing that. But it's happening. It's gonna happen. We're gonna see Cavill. And with the Flash, right now we're at the point with the Flash. So I wrote this down. I got today I on the stream. Sill talked about it. So when they did these reshoots, which was, I believe he said early June, this was before the whole accusation of Ezra Miller, and I'm not gonna get into that whole situation. All parties aside, I hope there's justice done for all parties and all that stuff. I don't really want to get into that. But before all that stuff happened, that's when they did the reshoots. Then literally, if not the same night or the same week of the reshoots, that's when all this craziness of Ezra Miller came out. And so the reshoots were Michael Keaton and Ezra Miller. And I'm sticking by what I'm thinking, which I think I touched about it on my last video, where I know in the old regime, it was slated where this Flashpoint movie was going to reset so-called getting away from the Snyderverse. I believe they changed it to where instead of Ben Affleck was supposed to die, I really think Michael Keaton is dying in the Flash. And I feel like the Flash is at a point where we're going to just do it. And then they're probably going to do one more reshoot, and that's going to be the ending. And the ending is after he leaves Flashpoint, he's going to be a new actor is going to be in the role of Barry Allen. And I feel like that's the safest way you could do it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, with the way things have been canceled and all this stuff, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they just pulled the trigger on the Flash. It would suck because there's so much money invested in it, and it's not even about the money. The cool shots and everything that you're hearing, that I'm hearing, that's being reported about this movie, it just sounds like it's gonna be it's gonna be a great movie to watch, So that's my thoughts, and that's pretty much what I have today. Anything you want to know, just write that in the comments. If I missed anything, just let me know. I'll talk. And if not, like I said before I end this off, go over to Sill's Inc. Abdul Inc. channel. I'll put the link in the description. Go follow them. Let them know that I sent you over there. And every day he's actually, so that's what I wanted to touch on. So tomorrow is very, very important. Tomorrow, WBD, they're having that big exec meeting, and hopefully, we're hoping that we hear, who's taking ship of DC, who's the head of everything or what's going on. That may be dropped tomorrow. Sil said he's going to be live. So as soon as anything drops, he is going to be live, and that's going to be there. I'm going to be in the chat. So if you want, get in there. You know, go join the Sil Nation and just be in tune, because it's happening in front of our eyes, guys. It's amazing, and I'm excited for what's to come for DC. DC has so much good things, and it's just like Twitter can be a place of a place of negativity and a place where it could drag you down. And right now, people are only seeing the negative. And if you stay at the negative, you are always going to be in the negative. You got to look at the positive. And the positive is we are going somewhere, guys. We're moving forward, and we're moving in the right direction. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on that. You know, because I don't want to touch on too much. But yeah, tomorrow, if news is dropped, if I do catch anything on Sil's stream tomorrow, I will be dropping, you know, another video tomorrow night. I have another trailer reaction coming up later this week. We're gonna have a power trailer reaction, Raising Kanan. I know that's coming up later this month. Let me see. I'm gonna be watching Dragon Ball Superhero. So once that does, I'll do an out of the theater reaction. So I have a lot of things coming up. We have a lot of content coming. Just bear with me. And I know the you know, the quality and stuff like that. I'm trying to get back on it, man. I'm trying to learn my way about, like I said, OBS and all this stuff. So little by little, I'm getting there. But yeah, man, hey, I love you guys, and please, man, like I said, comment down below, like, share, all that good stuff. But comment down below. I want to start a conversation with you guys. I want to see what your minds is. What is your ideas of what you think is coming or what's not coming? You know, like, are you thinking what I'm thinking or not? You know, let me know. Let's start a conversation. Let's get this going. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Carlos_MathSwan. I'll put it in the description. Same thing on TikTok. I started a TikTok. I started doing this thing called Shorts. I did one. I don't know if I did it right, but hey, you know, I'm just trying to do different things. Yeah, again, big shout out to Sil and Mikey, man. They're killing the game right now, man. They're showing us how to do it. And honestly, I'm a student of the game. I'm trying to learn as much as I can and just, you know, move on and move forward. But yeah, my trust is in them, and Sil and Mikey I trust, man. So love you guys. Again, go follow them, hit the like button on this video, comment, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.